Hi guys, it's me, Joseph Anderson again, and in this video is dedicated to the month of Halloween, October in 2024. I shall be discussing an old classic from before I was born. Yet, Invaders of the Snatchers in 1978. Yeah, the thing is, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Yes, that doesn't do with more disturbing vegetation, but this one is more it's better. Let's put it that way. It's a whole lot better. And let me just say that when I decided to cover this movie, I decided to cover it for one reason over the original. You know, I know that you usually try to make the type of movies, the type of videos based on the order that they come out in. Like I do the original, which came out in 1956, and then I do 78, and I do the other ones. But this movie has a very special reason why I did that, and that being that Donald Sutherland just passed away within the last 3 months, I believe. So I figured do this one first because he's really, really good in this movie. And probably one of the first movies that I've seen him in, in his filmography. I've seen other stuff after that, of course, the Hunger Games and Space Cowboys, and I'm sure other things too, but this is the earliest work that I've seen him in. And there's also Jeff Goldblum in this movie. He's a very good body horror icon. in this movie, no exception to that. You all know him from A Fly, but that's coming before that. So it's not as disgusting as The Fly, but it's still up there for reasons I'll get into later on. But we also got Kevin McCarthy here, and Kevin McCarthy was a star in the first original by Snatchers movie, but they have him here as the Running Man. So I don't know whether it's which one that was, because there's a lot of people that run in this movie, a hell of a lot of running, and our handle Lila Goloni, and Veronica Cartwright, Brooke Adams, she played Elizabeth, and the legend, and the very proud Leonard Nimoy. He plays a doctor, I think, of psychology in this movie. He's got Dr. David Chibner. Being that it's Halloween month, I think it's appropriate to put Buck there because, who's to say that no one can dress up as Buck for Halloween? But being that he's a psychologist, I guess acts the part of a character in it. I guess he's supposed to be a psychologist, but he acts like a creepy pervert. But much like this guy, like Quagmire. But again, it's probably just an act. So, I did this fantastic movie again. Well, I'll start that with this pink dog flower that this girl ended up putting this next to a dresser. Now, let's like say this flower isn't lovely. You know, flowers are innocuous. They're innocent. You don't really expect anything bad to come from them. In fact, some people actually write some of the tweets about how much they enjoy flower arrangement. Just a little bit excessive, but still. You know, we sleep next to them, we have fun with them, we bring them to a funeral and all that other stuff too. So, yeah. Now, this starts out with, flowers put next to the bed, next to, and it's got a playground. It gets rubber devoured. I read somewhere that maybe a rubber devours someone with hair. And it's yeah, he acts normal during the daytime. You know, the night before, when she gets this weird plant, and all of a sudden, they fall asleep together next to this plant, and then all of a sudden, it's next morning, the guy wakes up and he's very robotic, almost zombie-like in his motions and the way he doesn't pay attention to anything she says, and that he does everything like boom, 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 one task after another, after another, after another. So you see the woman questioning it and not thinking of it that much. Probably a bad day, or it must be his time of the month or something. But no big deal. He probably got issues on his mind and stuff. So she goes about her business. Then a day or so later, the Chinese, I'm assuming Chinese anyway, laundromat worker who owns like a laundromat with his wife. Okay, so then he said that's not my wife. That's a bit different. That's not my wife. Even though it looks a lot like his wife, she's still acting very peculiar. Kind of like the first guy from the first part of the movie. And, you're kind of wondering, what the hell's going on. But, from my own experience, dealing with women and Asian women in general, that's normal. That's a normal thing for me. That's normal response to life. Go. That's the response to me. Regardless of whether I say hello, whether I say whatever, they say or whatever, they're like, get out of here. So, that's my experience with them. And then that being said, there's something going on foot here that the people are starting to not act right. And Donald Sullivan and Brooke Adams, meaning Matthew and Elizabeth, respectively, don't really pay much mind to it. They keep on going about their own business, and they meet up with Jack and his sister Nancy, played by Jessica Goldblum and Veronica Cartwright. And then I happened to meet David Kimler, which played by Nemo, like I said. But the funny is that during one scene, the Veronica apparently works in like Nancy works in kind of like a bathhouse, like where they give massages and all that stuff to customers. Not anything dirty or anything. Just a massage parlor. So we get a look at a big hairy guy's butt, and I'm like, why did we just see that? That's your boy horror right there. Guys, a big sweaty guy's hairy ass. I think it might be the same guy from Deadpool, that big guy that they did that with, that joke. Because it was very out there. It was very, very weird. So anyway, they show him doing that, and I'm like, at least with Jeff Goldblum, but at least he was somewhat attractive when they showed that off. Why did the guy show a big guy like that? So then they notice that she plays music that's very conducive to plant growth. I don't know if that's a myth or if that's something that's very well known, but she claims that music can increase plant growth. So they have this weird plant again by this weird by one of the bath stations there. Massage station there. And they show him they show them doing that, and eventually gets to the point where you see like a body there, like a fully grown body there, but it's not 100% developed. It's how should I describe it? More like a fetus, if you will, because you see all the veins and stuff on the body, but you don't actually see any identifiers like eyeballs or fingerprints, for example. Hell, there's not even nipples on it, because the sense is probably where I feel if there were nipples on something, on a woman. So Nancy freaked out about this. I mean, you would too if you went into work one day and you saw something like a veiny, pussy copy of somebody, and you probably freak out. You probably shit a brick or something. I know I would. But a big grave told to let myself apart, shit myself. So anyway, the thing ain't right. So they called the doctor about this. Dr. Kibler and Jack about this. Jack Bill, her brother. So they go to investigate it, and it's like, wow, it looks like a fetus and all this stuff. Meanwhile, Matthew is over there trying to calm her down and stuff. He actually does pot in the movie too. Professor does pot. Go figure, but with the sentence of all. So you gotta figure that out. Like it will pass the whole hippie, dippy type free love thing. So there. In any case, they do that, and then they go on to the next portion where um, where this body opens up its eyes to Nancy, and she obviously gets freaked out by the jump scare. So then it's like, whoa. I would pay anything to see this thing winking at Nancy. It would have been funny as all hell. But then, eventually, everybody goes about their business and thoughts. Nancy, people act kind of weird around it. More and more people acting robotic. Like a hive mind type of thing. And they're acting more or less like a slave thing. Then at some point, they go back to Chinese London. Like the guy talking about his wife again. And he's saying, oh, she's fine. She says she's normal again. She's fine and dandy and all this. You better than she was beforehand. So then, but the woman's acting the exact same cold expression that she did beforehand. So, you kind of get the feeling that something's not right with these people. And then the music also helps with this mood too, because the music is like very calming, but you can tell that there's a little unsettling involved with it too. Like there's something right with the musical instruments and stuff. But then you start to realize that there's something more weird going on here, because eventually Jack and Dr. Schindler fall asleep in their own respective beds next to these weird plants that apparently someone looks at these plants around. So then they're like, okay. And then they're like, when they wake up, they try to contain Elizabeth and with Matthew. So then they're like, okay. They're trying to give her like a shot of knockout juice to put her to sleep, because these things affect you. The plants affect you when you're sleeping. So okay. So then they find out that that knockout juice was actually like water or something. So then Elizabeth and Matthew knock out they knocked out Elizabeth and Matthew knocked out Jack, or who did they get Jack? It turned out to be one of them, one of the pod people. And then later on, you find out that Dr. Kindler is locked in like a vault of some kind, like a containment unit of some kind. So then you see that Nancy is with them too, on the human side, and then trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Meanwhile, Matthew ends up falling asleep, and then all of a sudden you hear like a baby cardiogram go off, like pow, 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 and then you see what happens with these pods. And let me tell you, up until this point, you're like, what the hell is going on? How can these plants equal, pod person. How can they make a full-grown human being, just like that, like overnight, within a couple hours, complete with clothes and everything? Like, how can this happen? So then then in a very masterful way, they show how Matthew is almost assimilated to it, because they show that while the music going on with pow, 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 that's going on. It shows that pod creatures growing out of flower, like it's giving birth to something too big, giant embryo type thing. Yeah, and you see it actually become like a fetus with arms and stuff. And then you see it expanding to be human sized almost. So, you see it's all red and gooey and all that stuff. Like goodbye heart goats. Like, you hear the beating of the heart going louder and louder and louder. Meanwhile, the flower part actually dies off. And then you see these things are gradually taking over humanity, one person at a time. One unsuspecting innocent person at a time. And you see that Matthew wakes up just in time to be assimilated, just in time to avoid being assimilated into this growing number. And he takes an axe to his body double. You hear go screech and inhuman scream, and it's glory. You see blood, pus, and everything going everywhere. Also, another thing too is that Jericho Bloom had like a plug in his nose that's supposed to represent like old Japanese type myth that when it's a hot girl naked, your nose bleeds profusely because of the blood rush. But anyway, see all this blood, pus, and goo going everywhere. It's glorious. He kills it eventually, but then he tried to run away from all these people and pods and stuff with Nancy. Yeah, with Elizabeth. I'm sorry, with Elizabeth. And they go one way. And then it's revealed that Nancy is a hollow shell of herself. Because what happens is he goes to caress her face, and the whole thing caves in on itself. So it revealed that they got her too while she was out cold, which is really scary if you think about it. You can be safe around any vegetation. That's why I want nature, because the closest thing I got to a pod. So anyway, they show how this this thing grows up and how the numbers are growing and stuff, and it's like, how can I do that? How can I stop this whole thing from, if even on the government radio station, you hear people saying, don't fear us, just be calm about this, like we are your friends, that type of thing, calming people down, to deny anything that's going on, take in these plants are your friends, we love you, all this stuff. So, anyway, it's revealed right before he locks up the Dr. Kindler that these things are basically aliens come from deep space. and have to they have to they conquer worlds by assimilating other people and adapt to other environments, and they eventually become, they eventually take over the human population and whatever other organism that they see fit on another planet somewhere on Earth, whatever. So anyway, they did take it more. They did take it more subtly than another alien invasion movie, because I'll get to that in a little bit. Anyway, how can I stop that? How can I just stop this? So, I remember a long time ago, I saw this movie on YouTube, and I will put the link for that in the below, because I think that they cycle through it so that in another couple weeks' time, they'll get rid of it. But then in a couple months, they'll bring the same link back to reactivating it for free. So I'm gonna put that in the description below, because everyone should see this movie. Now, up until this point, you think that Nancy is with him, romantically and physically, she's there for him. But it's revealed when the girl gets her face kicked in that she's really upwards replaced by something. So, remember how I said that whenever this pod thing takes over a female body, they cover up the nipples for a sensitive purpose, I guess. Well, not in this one. When she is fully replaced, you see Elizabeth clone of herself, but with a full package in front. They don't actually show any of the waste that material, but that probably too much for censorship reasons. But that's okay with my book. I don't need to see everything. I get the point fine enough. But they try to censor it like Austin Powers style by putting stuff in the way anyway. So I remember when I saw this last year or the year before, there was some kind of big explosion in the warehouse. So I was like, okay, where is it? Was I imagining it? Was I imagining that something would go boom like Michael Bay style? So, within 10 minutes, the actual movie closing, like an almost 2-hour movie, was like, yay. So he's in a big warehouse, being chased very slowly by this, Elizabeth clone. And, you see like a whole bunch of flowers in that. I'm assuming close to, like, at least 20 or 30 flowers being raised up from nothing. It's just kind of impressive. You gotta make that kind of impressive that no government agency or any type of police force found these things. So anyway, they should make a movie about this, like Reefer Madness style. So anyway, they showed the pods be grown up, and Maggie decides, I might as well put a stop to this right now. So he ends up making a bunch of sparks from wires and things he ends up making everything go boom. You hear Nancy going, "Oh!" I can't do that scream, but you get the idea. Like, color the other pod people uh, that he's there, and then you get him. You got to get him because he knows, and everyone who knows the truth has to be stopped at all costs. Of the invasion will be over with. So I think he destroyed a whole group of harvesters and whatnot, growers. You see him running away from this place, running like the devil is behind him, which is good. So then you see him hide under a dock. You see one of the pod people over there shining down a flashlight from up above, and you see him going, let me hope and pray that I am gonna be saved by just hiding under the dock in the shadows. So then you see a flashlight go out over him, and then he cuts to when next morning when he's getting up for work, going to work, doing paperwork, the regular shtick. So then it's like, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, during this whole thing, the music went into a frenzy whenever he would be chased to show the frenetic nature of his predicament. So anyway, cut the next morning, he gets up, he does his coffee, he does his regular work stick, going to work, doing paperwork, doing papers, going on the elevator, that kind of thing. So then, of all people, Nancy comes up to him and says, Matthew, and then he's walking on water, and you see the Capitol building, and he's like, you see the zoom in on his face, he goes, ah, but the preachers, and she's like, oh no, you're one of them now, oh man, I'm crap, I love you too, I was gonna give you a snoo, not anymore though. So yeah, that was really awesome because these things are adapting a human personalities, human or human traits or human quirks. They're imitating our speech patterns, imitating our features that make us humans. So it's kind of like the thing from another world, in which you don't know who it is. You know this one, that person, if that's a real person, or if that's a pot person, or if that could be a real thing, or whatnot. And they multiply so quickly. Like within the span of, let's say, 5 hours, you got full-grown, fully clothed human being. Hell bent on reproducing much more than that, than your average guy at a bar. It's much more of a reversal of, say, Species, the movie Species, or Dread, for that matter. I'll take it. Now, I like the fact that, that, first of all, I like the twist. I mean, you got the guy screaming, the most intelligent one of the bunch that knew the most information is not one of them. He's fallen to one of them. Plus, there's a weird, feeling of dread and there's like a weird thing of dread that stems from the fact that that there are 99 others out there, zombies, uh, creatures, plant human hybrids. But you're the only one that's a true human, so it's kind of like isolating. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of like yeah, it's kind of like you being the only cat in that room full of dogs type of thing. Like they all want to hunt you down, they all want to destroy you, they all want you to assimilate to them, or them to do what you want to do, but you won't have any humanity left. Now, also, this movie could also be a sign of the time too, because this came out in 1956. The movie, I am about the book, but the movie came out in 56. So, like, it could also be like a book about the spread of communism during that time period. Because back then, you didn't know who else was a communist or a commie. Could be you. Could be you. Could be you. Could be that guy over there. It could be that guy in like a high government position. He's gonna spread the word to everybody else to become communist or fascist or whatever government type you want to put in there. Now, also, I should point out that the pod creatures, they might be innocent plants that spread out to everyone else and whatnot, but it's more. It could be seen as like an alien version of cancer, because think about it. It's a one, then that one becomes two, and the two becomes four, then the four becomes a 8, then 16, and so on and so forth down the line, until everybody in the populace becomes like them. Unfortunately, they're very fragile, but not as durable as human beings are. Now, also, I alluded to the fact that this alien invasion was the direct opposite of something like this. Direct opposite of this. Meaning that this was all full-blown invasion, people dying left and right, red guns, very openly hostile aliens, can't miss flying saucers, can't miss the alien creatures, as bizarre and stupid looking as they were, can't miss them. Very iconic. But with the pod people, with the alien flowers, it's more subtle. It's more quiet. It's more like very undermining. It's very infiltration. Like they infiltrate humanity, and they very slowly assimilate human beings into their own culture and their own desires and their own takeover. Also, I don't like to know what happens to the bodies of the original hosts. So, more likely they will become fertilizer for more flowers and more nutrients for the pod fetuses. Because when they go to sleep, again, they probably took this from Freddy Krueger, the concept of Freddy Krueger probably took the idea of falling asleep and given power from this movie concept that came out right. It meant that the fact that you have to be asleep to give them the power to do whatever they do. It's the same idea as Freddy Krueger. In the nightmare, in the dream world, that you gotta be asleep for him to wreak havoc on your body, in your soul and stuff. So basically, also I noticed that with this movie, with the invasion of the bystanders, instead of the red mask, it's the green mask, or in this case, the pink mask. I mean, this movie is very good. Also, in contrast to this movie, the aliens were not adapted to our atmosphere, our germs, our water, food, whatever else. So when they were to ingest it or breathe in the air, they would catch whatever we had, whatever we adapted to, and then they would just die on the spot without any other type of blunt force or getting shot or being assaulted. But with the pod people, if they were they were fully adapted to our climate, our germs, our environment, our our personalities, our quirks, whatever have you. And they did a very good job in disguising and infiltrating us. And the only to defeat these things were traditional, shooting them, blowing them up, which I think in memory serves, I think some of them did get blown to pieces, when they were in the platform at least. So, so they could be defeated that way, they could be crushed, they could be beaten up, but they were just so well adapted to us that they were almost indistinguishable from human beings. Unless you get closer, I mean, you got them to talk to you, and they screech to you and stuff. So yeah, I would consider the pod people to be more of a threat than anything that these aliens would be, or like Independence Day or anything of that nature, because those can infiltrate us. They can infiltrate any other creature, any other talking creature. They go between the technology, kind of like the Flood in Halo, or any other fictional alien force that can, that are parasites that can infect others. It creates like a hive mind. By the way, I'd be curious to know if these pod creatures were able to make a hive mind for themselves, like a command and conquer unit in like the Great Mind. I believe that they might have that in the book somewhere, but I ain't read the book yet. So yeah, so I'm hoping that comes out one day too. I read that because it seems very fascinating, especially how much I love comparing that to like something like this, or like the thing from the world that you don't know which one is a real person and which one is a creature of plant life and all that. Well, I'm sure that Poison Ivy, Batman mythology would find these plant creatures very, very engrossing and attractive. I'm sure it would like that. But that's a different story for a different day. Maybe you like the old fashioned alien invasion better, or do you prefer your invasion to be quiet? and more subtle and more subvert our expectations and take over humanity and society and governments that in a different way. The pod people were the thing from another world. Yeah, this movie is very weird. You don't know if the good guys are gonna stay good for the rest of the movie, or if they're gonna go over to the other side, screaming, the scream, ow, get him. And it's really kind of important point that this weird alien threat comes to the capital, to the seat of government. Something like I said before, communist. The biggest fear during the 50s and 60s, the 70s, I'm assuming, will be that communists come into the American government. Even though now people make jokes that say that communism is coming to America and blah blah blah, it ain't gonna happen. But back then it could happen. And that's what makes this movie extra scary. See that it could happen. The same way by people being infiltrated one by one or two by two or three by three, and then from there it would grow exponentially like cancer in the body. I love this movie. I freaking love it. I hope you guys love it too. And God bless Mr. Sutherland. He's excellent in everything he touches, especially this movie. So yeah, I thank you for watching this video on the invasion of the Snatchers circa 1978, because I just went on a 40+ minute bender and why I love this movie so much. So yeah, I would invite you guys to watch the video. Like I said, I'll put the description and the link below. I'll be happy to do it again when I make when I see the original version too. Although I don't think the effects will be nearly as good, and I don't think that they're gonna get away with as much. Again, as much as in this version, with the nudity and with the squealing and with the weird noises and stuff coming from this thing, it bubbles, it cracks, it screams when you kill it. Yeah. And did this for the month of Halloween, October in 2024. This thing was actually really, really excellent. And I've just saying some good things about the movie. What the hell do you think I'm gonna give it? My head shit. It's still approval because it's awesome. This movie puts a fear into you of plans, not the exact things, much more so than say Little Shop of Horrors, because you know that the big scary green plant with a big mouth and big chopped teeth and a nice singing voice is gonna be very deadly. It's gonna be very horrible. And by the way, give a special happy face approval for the special effects and the music of this movie, because the effects were looks like they were stop motion and they were all gooey and feels like, and you hear that big like a song like pow pow like a heartbeat of something that's come alive. And then you see the thing moving arms around and stuff. And it's really, really gross and creepy. And I love every moment of it. I wish there were more. I wish that every creature would do that. In fact, I question why when the when the pod baby of Matthew was still forming, it would have removed his arms and legs and whatnot. But then when the full adult version of of that guy from the first part of the movie, I mean the woman from the first part of the movie, where she was unable to move anything except her eyelids. And that's really quite weird. Anyway, if you like what you see here and you want to see more of me, or potentially like clone myself, my video is that you can always like, comment, share, and share my video, or you can subscribe to my channel. Both like, comment, and share my video. Also, if you like, you can you can also don't share ideas for future content and future videos on my channel using my number call me or text me at 631-707-3707. Also, you can reach me at on Twitter or X if you prefer at P Malcolm Pro. It's P Malcolm Pro. Also, you can get me on my email at jjsviewingchannel@gmail.com. Now, also, I should point out that before I turn off for good, that there's a episode of Looney Tunes in which they have a parody of Invasion of the Snatchers, in which Bugs Bunny goes about his routine and all of his friends and enemies are attacked by the pod people, and they're given like all kind of bad animation, and you see, I'm a fried Daffy Duck, Yosemite Sam, all taken up by pod people, and eventually Bug himself gets taken over by one of them too, or tries to anyway, and he gets hacked to pieces by the real bugs. So, I salute all you horror guys out there, or you boy horror fans. This is definitely a good movie for you. I highly recommend it. For free on YouTube. You can't beat that with a stick. One axe for that matter. So, I would like to bid you farewell. Peace out, my locals and cousins. Aloha. I'll see you in the next video.